Move out of the way, Onyx. I'm trying to get up there. What? That's a new animation. I never saw that one before.
What?
Where it went like... Oh, I wasn't calling you. Well, I guess I am now.
The only screenshots I have saved on my system are from this game.
I have like... Oh, he sneezes.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I first saw this, I was just like, oh. It's so sad that you can't do this in Sword and Shield though with other Pokemon. Like, I mean, you kind of can with the camping sort of deal.
Yeah, you can like play with them.
But you don't have this ability. Do we ever use the... I don't think we use these, do we?
No.
Peanut berries. They're kind of useless in this game. Because you don't get candy that way. Alright, I'm just gonna... See, look. And then... Oh. You're gone.
Beat Up would probably be a good move against these Pokemon since it's a Dark type move, and I will have nothing but Dark type in my team.
Also, yeah, it's the 6th gym leader that switches. You'll have an Ice type. And the 6th gym.
I'll have the Ice type gym leader?
Yeah, because I have...
You're right, she is dumb and thick.
Yeah, and the one I have is actually not Steel, it's a Rock type.
I saw some fan art, and I was like, oh man, she is super freaking thick.
Yeah, she's hot. She's... Tits McGee. Alright, hold on.
What the frick is Perish song?
After a certain amount of turns, the opponent's Pokemon dies.
Yeah, the opponent's Pokemon faints in 3 turns unless it switches out of battle. Holy frick.
Which, all you need to do is just wait for them to switch, which they'll definitely switch immediately. Well, they'll probably attack 2 turns to try and take you out, and then switch. So all you gotta do is, like, have them attack, heal, have them attack, heal, then they'll switch, do it again the next turn. It's a good strategy. I mean, like, it'd be a draw, and you would run out of potions a little bit faster. It really depends on the matchup. But actually, going back to this...
It'd be a good thing to use on, like, their last Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah, because then they can't do anything. Actually, going back to this game, it's not as fun as Sword and Shield, I'll be honest.
This?
Yeah.
No.
Like, the one parts that I liked about this that I wish Sword and Shield had kept, but, you know, besides all the Pokemon, is having one of your Pokemon follow you around, which has been a thing since Diamond and Pearl. But
yeah.
I wish they would have kept that in, and the other thing I wish they would allow you to do is, like, you know, like this one where you got different outfits from different people. Like, you can buy outfits there, but, like, they're kind of, like, very generic outfits. They don't change, like, much of the design.
I hope if they do DLC for this game, they add, like, more clothing options and hair options.
I feel like, well, they said they're going to be doing more. They didn't say that, but there's rumors of them doing updates. But from what I'm assuming is that if they do, it's just gonna be the Pokemon, and that's probably about it. Because see, that's the one thing. Everybody will complain about the Pokemon stuff. Like, and yes, the Pokemon are a big deal because, you know, that's what it's all about is the Pokemon, and not having them all is kind of a big deal. But, like, I guarantee you, if they would have had every single Pokemon in this game, but all the other stuff wasn't fixed, no one would care.
No.
There would be no complaint because people would be like, "Hey, every Pokemon's in. I'm not sad about. No one would be talking about it because that's what really people care about. Now, I care about the Pokemon, yes, but having a lot of other, like, things in it would be nice. But again, people act like, see, this is the one thing that I don't like about what a lot of people were talking about, like how they're just like, oh, like they at first it was because of the National Pokedex, but then when all this other stuff was coming out, like people, like not many people were talking about, oh well, the graphics don't look too good, or the Mega Evolutions were cut, or the Pokemon no longer follow you and there's less content or something, or it's short. That stuff is minor, but it was brought up. But the people who were only in it because only angry because the National Pokedex weren't in the game latched onto that as a way to get their anger out because the Pokemon weren't there. But I guarantee you, if all the Pokemon were in there and those minor things came up, the people who were complaining about the Pokemon not being in would be the ones defending the game. Because they got their Pokemon, they don't care about the other stuff.
I don't really care too much about the Mega Evolutions. I never really cared for those.
I myself...
The things I cared about most is the National Pokedex and
Psychic. Oh God.
I didn't really like the Dynamaxing stuff.
In my opinion, for me, like what would make Sword and Shield a perfect game would be is if all the Pokemon were in it, the Pokemon could follow you, like you could choose one Pokemon to follow you, like in pretty much every game since Diamond and Pearl, and the ability to what was it? The ability to like catch Pokemon no matter what I don't like that whole like level thing where like, oh, you can't catch this because
it's always been that way.
No, it hasn't. It's always been you can't control it. You can still catch it, you just can't control it. Then again, the whole Wonder Trade, I keep saying Wonder Trade because that's what it was called in the past. The whole like surprise trade though, that technically was a thing. Like you could get strong Pokemon through that though.
And I do kind of like that. Like there's a lot in this game that I do like too.
Yeah. But I think the major concerns for everybody would be, well, at least for me, is just the National Pokedex and allowing your Pokemon to follow you. I would say like it's not a main concern, but like maybe a little bit more options for like
customization.
Yeah, like the clothes. I feel like the clothes are fine, but the hair is like very
Yeah, that.
Oh, she healed me. But that's not really a main concern. I think like my main concern is the Pokemon and I think that's my main concern at the moment. Oh.
Alright, time to look at Alistair's league card.
Because like also like is it Melton? You can't even get him in this game. He's not a Pokemon that's in this game. Not in this game, but Sword and Shield.
Yeah, Melton only exists in Pokemon Go. You can't even catch it in this game. You can only transfer it to it.
He's only available in Pokemon Go and Pokemon Let's Go. That's it. Which is weird because, like, why would you introduce a legendary Pokemon? There's no information on it at all. We don't even know what it's about, what its creation is, or what it's about,
or what region it's from,
or what region it's from. And it's only in this. And
I do kind of like it though. It's a metal, steel type.
Yeah. Well, you mean the steel type? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's only in this game in Pokemon Go, not anything else. But its number is listed under the Sun and Moon number, and it's like, I don't know. I think you can get in this game. I'm not sure because I remember someone having what was it? Someone had Melton and Mewtwo and some other Pokemon from like Black and White, Sun and Moon, and Diamond and Pearl available to play in this game, but I don't know if it was modded or if it was actually in the game. There is after game stuff after you beat the game, so maybe. Hey, it's Moltres. I like how it gets in your face. Wouldn't you die from being that close to fire?
Probably.
Or you would just be set on fire immediately. Because it shoots out little fireballs all around the air.
Depends on how hot it is.
In the Pokedex, it says it's about over 1,000 something degrees
Oh, yeah, you
Fahrenheit.
die.
Yet Ash rides it in the movie.
He also rides Ponyta.
Oh yeah, well,
But there's something in the Pokedex that says if it's friends with you, the fire doesn't hurt
yeah,
you.
it's something like that. But man, I remember the legendaries were really hard to fight against but then Zippy Zap happened.
Don't mess with Zippy Zap.
And it's over. They could have done the wild battles like this. Run into a Pokemon, beat it, and then you can start catch it.
There's so much freaking fan art of Marnie.
Who's that again?
The punk girl in this. The
Oh yeah.
one that Team Yell worships. She's one of my favorites, honestly, out of all like the girl characters in Pokemon.
Alright, here we go.
Why does it always happen on the legendaries?
It was just doing it. Okay, it's gonna attack twice. Because
Wow.
well, I got 81 Ultra Balls, so
Yes. A max revive. I've never even used a revive in this game once.
oh. It's like more on fire for some reason, or maybe that's just the animation
What the
screwing
frick
up.
is this thing here? It's Stone-on-Side's famous mural. It's said to be a very deep work of art.
Oh god.
It's literally just a bunch of leaves. With a sword and a shield.
Wow. That was a lot faster than the last two. Well, Arden's 57 now. I'll be honest. I'm actually, had plans on catching all the Pokemon that I wanted in here and then doing all this other extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But after doing Sun and Moon, or not Sun and Moon, doing Sword and Shield, I kind of don't want to do this one
Heavy
anymore.
Ball.
It's just not as fun as it used to be.
A Pokeball that is better than usual at catching very heavy Pokemon. Oh, I'll use that for Snorlax.
I used it on Mantine on accident.
Is Mantine even a heavy Pokemon?
I mean, it's a giant frickin' manta ray
Oh.
that you can ride on.
Wailord.
Huh?
Use it on Wailord.
Well, if Wailord shows up, Wailord, you know how big Wailord is, right? It's about
Biggest Pokemon there is.
yeah, it's literally,
It's like a whale skyscraper.
yeah, you would not be able to fit it into any of the ponds or water areas in that game. So, it kind of not wouldn't work.
Oh, I see your little Blip Bug has evolved.
Who?
The character that you talk to, she's like a fan of you.
Oh.
She shows up in every gym
Do you talk to the ball guy?
all the time, man. He gives you all the balls. I've used almost every single
Gives
one
you all
other
the
than the
balls.
friend ball.
This is a flying type, so I should be able to use Zippy Zap on it.
Scyther's flying.
It's a flying bug type.
I thought it was just bug.
Nope, see? Super effective. I mean, it's not only flying,
So, Charizard is literally a dragon,
but it's also...
but he's not a dragon.
He's a flying fire type.
He should be a fire dragon type.
He should be a flying dragon type.
No, because he's... The two most prominent things about him are he is a dragon, literally, and he is fire, literally.
A fire flying type.
But no, instead they make a freaking creature that lives inside of an apple a dragon.
Yeah, Gyarados is also a flying dragon type.
He should be a water dragon type.
Which he evolves from a water type and he loses the water type in the next one. Like he becomes a flying dragon. What was it? I believe. Oh, that was a mistake. I didn't realize what it was.
Let's use my Dynamax candy.
What was it?
Dreadnought.
Tropius is a flying grass type. It's that Brontosaurus one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a flying type.
Because it can use its neck to fly.
No, it uses not its neck. It uses its little pet leaves on the back of its on its back to fly, like kind of like a bug flies. And I'm like, but yet Charizard is still a dragon type.
We've been complaining about that
Since the first.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm pretty sure people didn't really care too much about the first game because it was the first game. Like, then once it started getting into, like, I'd say maybe, I feel like people started complaining about that during Ruby and Sapphire because that's when Gyarados got the flying dragon type.
Yeah.
Actually, I think originally, in the first 2 gens, I believe Gyarados is a water dragon type.
I thought he was a water flying.
No.
Yeah, because the only dragon types in the first gen are Dragonite, the whole Dragonite line.
I don't know. I thought not Gyarados. Yeah, Gyarados and Aerodactyl are considered dragon types.
Nope. I
Pretty
believe Aerodactyl is a rock flying.
That's a weird combination.
Yep.
I don't even know where I'm going in this cave. No, I'm not catching you, Geodude. I have you already. Oh, I see. I'm sorry, Arden, you have trouble over there? Okay, Rhyhorn's in the way.
Payback might be good for Liepard because it's a lower.
Rhyhorn, get out of the way.
So it might be slower.
Or Rhydon, whatever. Hold on. Okay, maybe not. We gotta go.
I'll put that over Torment. God.
I know they just pop out of nowhere. It's kind of creepy. Yeah, like the muscles my Pikachu is flexing.
What?
I'm talking to Machoke here. He's pushing them rocks, flexing on you.
Are ghost type weak against poison?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
The only thing that poison is strong against is fairy type.
I thought it was strong against normal type.
No.
It would make sense if it was.
But yeah, it's strong against fairy, and that's actually literally it.
You sure?
Yeah. I know its weaknesses are ground and psychic, so. Fairy's only weaknesses are steel and poison. I don't understand why steel is a weakness, but it is. How does that have to do with steel?
Steel is strong and heavy.
Yeah, I don't remember where I'm supposed to go in this cave. Oh, God, I hate it. Kind of blocking my way. Move. Right on move. Okay.
Ghost is weak against psychic, right? No.
No, Psychic's weak against Ghost.
Yeah, Ghost is weak against Ghost and Dark.
No, Ghost is weak against Dark.
And Ghost.
No, it's not weak against Ghost.
You want to bet? I'll show you the frickin' thing right here.
Yeah. Oh, I know what I gotta do with this. Okay.
Alright. Ghost. Defense. Alright.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
Ghost.
Get out of the way.
Super effective against Ghost. Ghost
Yeah.
is super effective against Ghost.